They had an entire day to prepare for this match, Mirko. I'm pretty sure they've also prepared way back. And that draft was a testament to just how familiar they indeed are with each other. I'd say the most unfamiliar we are with in this game would be how the Amon would play out, because it's the first time we'll be seeing it in a while. But if it's just really pure burst damage and finding targets, then I think it is going to be a pretty reliable jungle pick.
Ooh, early game. Wow, what? Almost taking Oheb down, almost first blood, and Oheb still sticks to the flicker, doesn't want to utilize it to take as well here. And it does seem like for TL, they'll be happy with this.
Yep. We're seeing the emblems come in as well for both of these teams. Another pull yourself together, this time in the hands of Sans. The mid laners have been picking it up pretty often so far today. So that's going to be a lot more flickers for Sans, and I feel like that it suits his playstyle so well. Because like this is the type of Farsa who just literally uses the flicker aggressively whenever he wants to. But JP getting poked low and now half HP. So still a very, not so quiet game after all, first blood.
And it's Sanji who picks it up against Sans. Okay, that's the rivalry between these two already. It does seem... Oh, another arrow! Sanji!
Sanji? Sanji has landed 2 consecutive important abyssal arrows.
And that's why, for me, I'm not a fan of the Amon. Low mobility up against something like a Selena like this. Like, the Farsa shouldn't well, when he's in Wings by Wings, I guess. But yeah, very vulnerable to abyssal arrows for Team Liquid. And you know how good Sanji is. Sanford zoning Keyboy away. This should be a free one. Might be actually a kill too. No, Keyboy respects it. Oh, Wings by Wings from Sans. So that's why he went pull yourself together, Brigida. Sans knows just how deadly Sanji can be, and they've literally won out the early game through Mr. Sanji.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be torn between the Purify or the Flicker, but
what?
You just have to pick one.
Wait, did Carry not get it? Or okay, he did. It's just the invisibility. I thought, oh my lord.
It was just the invisible armor all this time. But yeah, so far, even with the amount of wave clear Onic Indo has through the Farsa intro, it's interesting to see Team Liquid actually gain control of it. I mean, those were pickoffs after pickoffs too, and now we're seeing the rotations come in. Even though we expect fast rotations as well from them, you're always on your toes knowing that Team Liquid has the early game. And I feel like even Savero pointed this out before we headed into this match. You cannot give them the lead because they're a team who just doesn't let go of that lead.
But it's not like they were giving the lead. It's Sanji forcing the lead out of Onic. And you know, sometimes you just can't help it. When an Abyssal Arrow lands twice on 2 prio targets, you just gotta take it and try to come back in Turtle 2. And that's what Onic are doing right now. That's why they're playing super safe, extra safe, after seeing how accurate Sanji can be on the Selena in the early game. So let's talk about these individual lanes, because it's interesting to see that the Savero hasn't actually been winning out this lane entirely. You would expect the Irithil to be the counter here. Both teams have been rotating into the bottom lane. Oheb doesn't have Purify, so could be an angle to gank, but JP is just too clean with those rotations, always covering these angles of attack away so that Onic can't get Oheb.
I mean, it was great that he was able to recover, because earlier on, I think in the first minute of the game, there was an early rotation from Sans, and we saw Oheb being poked down very low. So it's great that he's able to at least come back in this game, manage his lane a bit better, but he fully respects that this matchup might not indeed be that favorable for him. Onic ID have their eyes set on Sanford. They might try to burst him down. There goes the third airstrike. Will he get away with this? The other members of Tlph actually make it!
And Sanford survives. Sans able to flicker out of the Abyssal Arrow earlier. Kai joins in. Abyssal Arrow landing! Keyboy providing the cover as Sanji again is the man you need to watch. Sanford survived that, and it's Tlph with a win again. You can see the lead getting too crazy now for Tlph. Carl Teasy was already 2 levels ahead. Now he's gonna have a smoother road in his own jungle, just clearing things up as Oheb picks up the gold crab and will push this lead even further. JP down below, Sanji too.
Yeah, you kind of see where this might just be going, because the Yisun Shin is having a pretty decent time early on. Will Keyboy actually find a target, though? He lands the way of the dragon onto Sanji, but Sanji, he just won't go down. The endless shards won't even be enough to take him out. Savero tries to deal with the other members with a heavy crossbow, but there's a clear lack of damage still from Onic ID.
Yeah, Kai popped in the ultimate, was not able to get Sanji, and that's a squishy member, so
Yeah.
this is a problem for Onic. They're just lacking damage in the early game. All of the kicks have not resulted in kills, and it is really bad for Onic. They kind of need a snowball going for this jungle. Severo's doing damage at least. They were almost able to get a few kills, but almost is never enough. Tlph have been the absolutes in game number 1 so far, and that's a concern for Onic. Kind of like a victory dance for Team Liquid. Sky Piercer done quite early in the game for Mr. Oheb.
Yep. I mean, Keyboy, he's had some very decisive way of the dragons. He spots out the likes of Sanji. He gets to use them and land them on these heroes. But again, I think it's not just the endless shards, right? Even the Federate Airstrike can't provide enough damage just yet towards the members of Team Liquid, so they'll have to play things a little more careful, even trying to go after Tlph, forced to retreat under the turret. This is a massive problem if even the EXP laner is struggling this much with just the presence of Carl TZ and Sanford.
Yeah, Carl is building up to be a monster right now, scaling very well into the game as Onic continue to do that too. They still are scaling up. It's just right now they gotta scale faster. TL are doing it at such a rapid pace that Onic might actually get outscaled. Keyboy jumps in with Jikundo and the Dragon cancelled.
Oh, the Dark Wave actually cancels it. Endless Charge this time gets to take Sanji down, but JP finds the kill onto Keyboy and he's blocking the path of Severo as well. Oheb also makes it to the fight. Carl TZ looking for some targets, but they find Severo!
What a Dark Wave of the Flicker. Severo kiting away. Oheb with the shot. Severo taken down. Tlph now pops in vengeance. Oheb caught in the bad spot. Dark Wave landing onto Sans. Sanford gets him down. Now it's a shield unity.
How did they put themselves in this spot? Now Kyrie is finding the way to clap back. Infernal Pursuits coming in for Sanford, but that won't help him get out alive. It's such ripple for Tlph this time.
That's the fight that Onic ID have been hoping for since Turtle 1, and it finally opens up in Turtle 3. Keyboy doing a good job at zoning. Carl still able to secure the purple as Kai gets the turtle. Gold lead now down for TL to 1,000. Let's take a look at that fight against Sanford. What an amazing Dark Wave to land on Severo with the flicker there. Even Severo wasn't aware of that, but it did put the rest of TL into chasing mode, and that's what you don't really want up against this composition. Kai got an easy flank, was able to clean up, and it's a CCO.
Yo, and I feel like that was too aggressive from Oheb as well. He had to commit the flicker to chase after an Irithel. And you know that Irithel are the more favorable matchup when it comes to the Granger because you'll have to have a bit more precision in terms of landing those Rhapsodies. And then again, they found themselves in the middle of 2 turrets of Onic ID, so things weren't looking too good for that fight. And fortunately for Onic, they find a way to somehow catch up. There still is a significant lead, especially in terms of the gold laners, but Kyrie, after that moment, at least he's able to close the gap to a 300, 400 gold lead.
The missile arrow lands, mounts shocker over to the back, Sun's taken down by JP. Keyboy looking for a trade.
Oh, will they still go for it? They cancel it with the Dark Wave, but the Curtain Call was already committed as well. Keyboy trying to look for a kick. He lands it onto JP, but he's a tanky member. Now Sanford gets punished, but Oheb, he just keeps throwing out those Rhapsodies.
The abyssal arrows are landing so easily for Sanji. He's threading the needle all across. Severo, no heavy crossbow utilized here for Severo. He'll just take that, or he'll let Sanji take that turret. And yeah, Onic are on the back foot again. Team Liquid, dude, that was such a crazy engage from Carl too. That Mountain Chakra on Sans, so explosive. And maybe this is why we don't see the Farsa as much anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe Farsa's just a bit too vulnerable.
A lot, or if not almost all the members of Team Liquid can just try to close in on the Farsa, and it wouldn't be that much of a problem anymore because you force out either the Flicker or the Wings by Wing. So he somehow gets to escape, but Sanford, denying the conceal immediately. Abyssal Arrow nearly lands, but JP, he might just get bursted down this time. Tlph trying to take him down, but there's the Federate Airstrike to finish him off.
1 for 0, but the Abyssal Arrow lands in the back. Sanford with the flicker forward. Sanji doing the same. The San duo working. Dark Wave from Sanford.
That was literally a flicker to take down Sans, and now they find the kill on Kyrie as well. Not even Savero with the heavy crossbow can do much. This is clearly an opportunity for Team Liquid to take the objective if they want to.
It's a small win left, small win right, then a massive win with an explosive Abyssal Arrow.
Again!
Sanji is just too darn good on the Selena. Ladies and gentlemen, there were 3 mage bans earlier in this game in the drafting phase. And now with the Selena, he's putting his mark down. Sanford, let's take a look at this again.
I wonder how they coordinated that dive. Because like Sanford went in with the flicker, and so did Sanji with the flicker.
And then the Dark Wave.
And then the Dark Wave and everything else followed. Tlph nearly died there too because he had to take the endless shards, but we just go back to the entire idea that they're still trying to chase Team Liquid in terms of items, in terms of damage. So yeah, the idea behind the Amon was there, but we're yet to see it in this game.
TL will continue to push now. Enhanced Lord of the mid lane. Pushing down JP, walking up a bit too aggressively there. They're just trying to set up for the Abyssal Arrows, really. Tlp's doing a good job though. Curtain call.
Oh, he gets to use it on Sanford and JP, so they might have to retreat for a bit. There's the conceal too, however. So Onic, at least, able to deal with a Lord, but that doesn't eliminate the threat of the Abyssal Arrows coming in from different angles, and Team Liquid still having the superior amount of damage. Just look at Oheb and look at Tlph.
7,000 gold lead now for Team Liquid, but Sanji just keeps on landing these big shots, and it stops Onic ID from even going for picks. Usually with the Cho, you should be able to just walk up even when you're behind. But Sanji just landing it so easily, and again, it spots Keyboy out so many times. In-game equipment check here. See Halberd pick up. He wants to just go through the front line before getting through the back, so no BOD. It'll actually be, is that an Athena Shield buildup for Oheb? On the way, yeah.
Okay, Onic ID might actually try though. There goes the curtain call and the feathered airstrike trying to bring down JP and Sanford's HP. But Team Liquid, they know that Onic ID actually want that, so they'll be trying to disengage for now, waiting potentially for the next objective. This is just such clean execution from Team Liquid overall, even when even during times wherein we feel like it is a bit too aggressive. It's not like they completely lose out on the fights anyway. So this is going to be a struggle for Onic ID to find how they can set the tempo. We did see how Boye did try to do that though with the Cho that was playing from behind, but it's a different lineup right now for Onic ID.
And it is an Athena Shield, right? So good against the Amon and the far side. That's literally the only 2 dudes that can get to Oheb right now. He's so safe in the back. That's what we said in the draft here for Team Liquid. They're just playing a proper front to back. It is a very honest front to back, but it works, especially when your backline's so good in the early game. 007, Tlph, Oheb 4-1 and 4, Sanji continuously landing shots, and Sanford and JP peeling for the team.
Yeah. Twilight Armor picked up by Keyboy as well. Tlph, I feel like whoever he decides to use the curtain call on will be such an important decision, and he might decide to use it now, but maybe not, because Team Liquid decides to engage in the fight. They go for Tlph and try to burst him down, but the flicker! Jin Kundo from Keyboy, is that gonna be enough? Endless charge already committed. They don't get any kills until now!
Sanford down. It's gonna be traded for Keyboy now as Oheb walks up, picks up the killing spree, another stack on the Sky Piercer. Onic forced back. That was a pretty good fight, I would say, for Onic. They only lost their roam for the XP, and it was because of Kai. He zoned 3 of the carries behind as he walked up, tried to go for the endless charge. I think it was a mistap. He wanted to go on Tlph, but he did land on Oheb in the end. The Athena Shield stopped that from happening, stopped the kill from happening. Now Abyssal Arrow lands on Tlph, a few shots over.
Oh, could they stop this from happening though? Oh, even with the Athena's shield, gets blasted with the endless shards. Sans will still survive, and Savero this time making things happen, but Tlph finds the kill onto him as well.
Such a back and forth. This is the battle that we've been waiting for, and now we know why we've been waiting for, why this matchup has been so anticipated. Team Liquid, for the majority of this game, are holding on to the lead, but it never felt like too big of a lead for Onic to just stay in their base. They were constantly walking up, farming as well, finding their power spikes, and now it's Onic on the Lord. They're the ones, the Sky Kings, marching in. JP with a shield unity, Sanford with a Dark Wave.
Oh, but Keyboy nearly fights Sanford though, but he gets to keep himself safe, but that will not keep them alive. There's a difference. Carl TZ trying his best to find the targets to deal damage, but will he be able to though? Both Sanford and JP have been taken down.
Tlph still deathless. Team Liquid lose their front lines, but keep their carries, and that's why Onic still have to respect. There's no push in. Savero versus Carl. It's just a few shots with a crit passive. Sans in a bush.
Okay. This is a very intense back and forth between Team Liquid and Onic ID. It's still Onic ID clearly in control of the Lord Pit, however, but how does Team Liquid approach this without their frontliners in this match? They will have to forfeit this objective. Onic ID, even after playing from behind for quite some time, are the first to actually get the Lord here.
And now it's Onic with the lead. The gold lead at the start of the game, all towards mid, is gone. Great item with the Athena shield, but I guess that's why they still went him on despite knowing there are a few items that can counter it. It just goes through, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten to a point where he's just penetrating through the magic defense. And this is why Divine Glaive and the Genius Wand is shielding into the back line. A full dive on Sans!
Oh, they successfully eliminate Sans, and Carl TZ goes and finds Kyrie!
The Lord in the hands of Onic, but TL don't care! They go and penetrate through this composition of Onic against all odds, and they dive in. Lord up top, but 4 members still in the mid lane. Sanford decided to recall. Now as Keyboy looks to push in. I want to see the wave in the bottom lane now. Savero dodging with the Abyssal Arrow.
Yeah, he has the heavy crossbow. They gotta be mindful of that. They can still potentially find a way to deal with the incoming waves, but they're still gonna attempt nonetheless. But Savero and Keyboy, they do successfully defend. Might pop the immortality, and there you go. But JP, he nearly got his pop too. This is
MLBB right here.
This is MLBB.
High-level MLBB. The two teams we've been waiting for. I gotta say, my expectations have already been exceeded just a bit. Let's see if they can continue to do so. Damage dealt ranking now, Tlph, 63,000. And then a whole lot of Tlph members. So Savero, Kyrie, and Sans, they gotta start stepping up in this game because right now it's just getting really, really tough to get through this front line.
Yep. We did see, however, the potential angles from which Onic ID can work on to find at least an advantage in the fight, because again, if the curtain call is landed onto either JP and Sanford, or both of them better, then you just keep them from protecting their teammates or setting things up for Team Liquid themselves, then that just gives easy access to Kyrie, which I feel we saw earlier in the top lane, to look for his targets. There has been some targeting issues in that instance, but if it were otherwise, then things could potentially be better for Onic ID this time, especially as they only lack a single item for Kyrie to complete his build, and Savero, on the other hand, has completed his, even has the Wind of Nature. So I like how the gold laners really acknowledge that they have to keep themselves in the fight, much to a point where we also see an Athena's shield, but proccing the passive is gonna be critical for OHEP.
Holy Crystal done for Kai, Divine Glaive for Sans as well. So we were talking about them having to get more damage to actually go through the front line. There you go. Holy Crystal, Divine Glaive, they have more penetration, they have more brute force damage on Kai with the Holy Crystal. Good Shenpu from Keyboy, might be going for the pick now, goes for the Jikundo, doesn't actually end up going for the Weighted Dragon. Good Abyssal Arrow stops Keyboy in his tracks.
Yep.
But the wave up top is favorable for TL. That's slow push.
Yeah. And Tlph at least still has his curtain call, and they didn't want to go for JP. They knew that there were other more important targets to go after. They blocked Keyboy, they deny him of his attempt, and somehow Sanji finds Savero, might be punished too, but Kyrie, he's next. There's a flicker from Sanford, but Keyboy and Tlph,
They baited him out. Now JP caught in the tough spot. Tlph walks back up. Keyboy looking for the Jikundo. Will be able to get it down now with the Chunpu as well. Immortality down for JP. Tlph zoning them in the back line. It will be JP falling as Tlph continues to the chase. Doesn't have the curtain call just yet. Pops into vengeance. Chases down the goat. Carl buys Immortality and gets away. Keyboy!
Oh, but there's a flicker. We have the Dragon and the Feathered Airstrike. Still has the Traceless, however, but Kyrie gets the last hit.
Wave up top crashing. Onic needs to deal with it. That's going to be a whole base turret taken down. Can they go for it in time? No. It'll be a base turret take for Team Liquid, but Onic win the fight. Oh, what a back and forth from the two champions.
This 20-minute game, I feel like it hasn't been that long even because of just how the back and forth
doesn't
has
feel
been
like 20 minutes, I
going.
agree.
It doesn't feel like 20 minutes, but
Oh, Kai.
that was such a play from
What?
Sanji, yes. But I feel like Team Liquid could have been a little more careful because they already had the Lord. They already had the Lord, but there was still a flicker from Sanford to try and engage for Onic ID. So that might have cost them this situation that they're currently in. And now in the live cam, they're still trying. Okay,
Yeah.
this is insane, Mlbb.
It really is. I don't know if you guys caught that in live cam view, but JP popped into conceal and had a battle of invisibility. Like JP was trying to catch Kai. Kai was invisible. They were just sidestepping each other, dancing around. Takes two to tango, and both of them knew the assignment. Gold lead gone. I mean, the gold lead really hasn't been relevant at all in the last few fights. So now the big advantage for TL is the fact that they have a slow push into Onyx space for free up top. Bad news is, it's not the far lane, so Onic can still deal with it constantly.
What is Sanji trying to build here? Could it be a winter crown for his Selena? So he could put himself in a little more, I don't know, dangerous positions. Oheb picks up the War Axe too, adds it to his build on the Granger. This is the point wherein we'll probably see a lot more item swaps here and there. I mean, even that clutch immortality from Carl TZ, that was definitely something. But this is going to be the 20-minute mark Lord that they are going to fight for.
Yeah. Oheb has sold his boots for a War Axe, so additional sustain to deal with Onic ID's burst. For Severo, he's also sold his boots. He's bought the Wind Talker, I believe, earlier. So additional movement speed from the Wind Talker. Some damage, there you go. From Carl Sanford jumping in on his Sans. So that's a flicker. Jumps in with the Wind Crown as well.
He gets to intercept the Wings by Wings, but now it seems like Team Liquid, they're feeling the damage from Onic ID, but no, wait, it's actually Kyrie who's first to fall. That's a lot of damage coming in from Severo. Nearly takes down JP, but he survives. How on earth did they find Kyrie in the midst of everyone else?
How on earth have we only lost 2 members? One from each. Kai dying, yes. Sanford dying too. The Battle of Winter Crowns and a missile arrow landing. If he was ready for that could have been different there. But yeah, Sanford jumped in with the Infernal Pursuit and then popped into the Winter Crown. Same goes for Tlph early with the Curtain Call. Keyboy walks up again, puts down the Curtain Call, will be able to go for the chunk. Abyssal Arrow, that's a Chunpu into it!
Yeah, they already used the Mountain Jumper as well, but Cairo TZ still gets the last hit. Somehow though, Severo, he seems like he has enough damage to deal with the remaining members of Team Liquid! But back to Shield Unity!
JP gets away with 1 HP. You can see that smile. A smirk from the man who's at fault.
Team Liquid have found a way to win that fight, to secure that objective for themselves. The moment they were able to take out Kyrie, that was already a massive win for them heading into the fight. So now Onic ID will have to rely on their defense. At least for Severo though, he does really have a lot of damage to bring out, but he cannot let the Abyssal Arrows land. He cannot let any other member of Team Liquid interrupt his attempt to defend for his team.
And the problem right now is, Abyssal Arrow landing, Sanford jumping in!
Oh, they actually tried to burst down Keyboy, pops his immortality, but JP might get punished here. They still don't get to take down the turret, and Onic ID have clearly capitalized on that. Tlph trying to make things happen. Carl TZ receives the endless shards, and Kyrie finds the kill!
Another turn, Onic defend! Flashbacks to 2023 MSC when Liquid got all of the Lords constantly, but Onic just defended over and over again. Liquid have gotten 3 base turrets, so yes, they lose 3 members, but it's still worth it for them. Those 3 members will spawn, the base turrets will not. I don't know about this. Was this necessary? Did they really need to do that? And if they wanted to, I think they should have just done it around the Lord. Oh, Kiba with a kick over to Sanji. No one there to follow it up in the live cam view.
Yeah.
And then, wait, they want to go for it. 3 members still down. Onic!
They have 2 minions alongside them. Better they're trying to zone out the other members, and they will just go for the base!
Onic